Warm on. Well, this is the spring equinox. I've got my cup of tea. I thought it was time for another Mattanory. I don't think there's anybody actually watching right now apart from Helen, who's actually in the garden with me. Never mind. This is going out live, so hope you enjoy it. But it will be downloaded and saved. So if you're not watching it live and watching it again, then okay, guess that's good too. Tea down there. This is a story from this book here called Animal Folktales of Great Britain and Ireland, and I hope I can remember this story because I can't actually see my book tonight because it's a little bit dark, even though Helen's kindly brought me a little lamp here, so at least you can see me. But it's an Ostara story, as we thought it's the spring equinox, and I have Ostara here with me tonight. Isn't she lovely? She can sit down there and listen to the story as I tell it. It's called Hare, Here on Earth. Once upon a time, many, many, many years ago, all was still new and still fresh in the world, and all the creatures of the land would still talk to each other, and everything was as it should be. One day, the sun and the moon got together, and they created the most magical, amazing creature ever known to man, and they called it the hare. The hare, she would dance and play all day and spend her time going between the moon and the sun, and every time she danced and her paws touched the sky, a new star was born, and her celestial spirit lit up the heavens. Hare one day was just dancing around as she once enjoyed doing so. She looked down and saw something she'd never seen before in her whole life. This very strange round globe. It seemed to be full of life and was quite mysterious. And she gazed upon it and fell in love and wanted to join with it. So, being a very good daughter, she decided to go and ask her parents. And she said, "Mother, Father, Moon and Sun, I have fallen in love with the most celestial, wonderful thing in the whole wide world, and I must join it." And when Sun and Moon asked, What are you talking about? Which one it is?" She pointed down to the globe and said, "This lovely, beautiful planet. And I feel it's falling in love with me, and I must join it." The Sun and the Moon were not very happy with her choice, and said, "No, you must remain up here with us in the heavens, for you may never be able to join the Earth. For if you go too close, the atmosphere will pull you in, and you will never be able to leave. So you must choose between us in the sky or the planet that is called the Earth." Hare was so split between knowing what to do, but one day her love for the Earth was far too strong, so she decided to go down closer and closer just to take a closer look. But she was already hooked, and she got pulled in and came onto the Earth. The Earth had fallen in love with her too, and they became one. She was hoping that her parents could forgive her, but it wasn't to be so. They could never be joined again. So she spent the rest of her time living on the Earth and joined with it. And it is our time of the spring equinox where we learn about the hare. And it's at that time where the hares will come out and be born. Hare felt very safe on the earth, and she did not build a burrow to have her children. Her children laid safely snuggled on top of the earth. And at the spring equinox, all her children will look up to the sun and the moon, so the sun and the moon can see her grandchildren. The hare is a very important creature. It gives our name to Easter time, Ostara, and it's a symbol of love and fertility. And we'll never forget the time when the hare joined its lover on the earth forevermore.